Hey guys, today we are in Victoria, British Columbia, Victoria Island. This island is very beautiful, as you guys will see. Be sure to check out my Victoria Hop On Hop Off tour video. I decided to book my own hop on hop off excursion. I was planning on meeting a friend from Vancouver, so I did not want to book any trips, or I should say any excursions on the ship. So I just had to kind of figure this day out as I got there and my plans changed. The good thing about the hop on hop off bus is you can actually take the bus right from the cruise port, the cruise terminal, I should say. After you cross this bridge, there'll be a bus stop and there's no sign. So I'll tell you guys about that later. But for now, let's get into where we are. This is the port in Victoria. It's not much there. It's actually looks like some sort of shipping yard or whatever. It's all paved, but what you will find once you walk a little bit away from the ship are pop-up port excursion counters. I actually went over and talked to all of the people that were there. There were just a few people. I got all the information for you guys. I was not going to go this route, but I wanted to be sure to capture it for you guys. So you will see me in my video. I have uploaded a different video to my channel with information for these particular options in Victoria. So I did not post them in this video because I didn't want to post them twice, and I also wanted to post them separate. So it's called Port Excursion Options for Victoria, BC in my cruising playlist. So if you guys haven't already, be sure to check out my cruising playlist where I'm getting bits of information for you guys, doing cruise reviews, and also doing ship tours of all the ships that I've taken so far. And I do a pretty good job, if I must say so myself, of walking around the port. I just started this new thing where I actually stop at the vendors so that I can get the actual pricing and port excursion options for you guys, which takes some time, but I do enjoy that because this is also information that I would like myself when I'm cruising. Like, I want to know what options are available at the port and the prices and how it works so I can make a decision. Either way, that is in a separate video. I also went to the Fisherman Hotel. I was going to do the tea time with my daughter, but when our plans changed, I did not do that. Here are those pop-up port excursions options for you guys. I did also upload a video of the Fairmont Empress Hotel. If you guys want to check that out, it is on my cruising playlist. And I have a very long video of the hop on hop off bus tour in Victoria. I basically just recorded the bus driving around. It does give you a audio narrative, so you guys can also hear that in the video as we're passing through the stops. So that was pretty cool. Either way, now I decided to walk to Fisherman's Wharf first because that is about a 10, maybe I wouldn't even say 15-minute walk from the cruise terminal. And as you can see, this is what a lot of people were choosing to do. The taxis to go downtown were pretty expensive. And since I was here to see the actual island, I wanted to see as much of it as I could anyway. I decided to walk. There is a shuttle that will take you from the port, or I should say a taxi from the port to downtown for $15. And that's 15 Canadian dollars. So there is that exchange rate when you come to Canada that will help you and save a little bit of money, which was pretty cool. I walked around Fisherman's Wharf and then I decided to take the water taxi over to the Empress Hotel, which is where you pay for your tickets for the hop on hop off bus. Now, I did mention that you can take this hop on hop off bus from the cruise terminal and you can take it to the next stop and you can pay once you get to the Empress Hotel. So they do allow you to hop on the bus and then pay when you get off at the Empress Hotel, which is pretty cool. But I didn't want to do that because I wasn't sure how long the bus was going to come. Someone at the cruise port, they will tell you the bus schedule as far as when the next bus will come, but it doesn't run exactly on time, and I didn't want to waste any time waiting for the bus. I'd rather see as much as I could by walking to things that were close, and then I did want to experience the water taxi. Now, we are at Fisherman's Wharf. Look how cute it is, guys. They also have these houses. They're like floating houses that sit on the water. They were so cute. Most people had their window closed. There were a few houses that had the windows open, and yes, people were peeking right into those people's houses. Like, it's literally just a floating house. It doesn't look like anything special on the inside, but it is pretty cool on the outside, and also to see a floating house because you don't see that every day. I spent some time walking around, and then I took the water taxi. I didn't eat at any of the places here because it was really expensive. I did forget about the exchange rate though with the food because it would have been a little bit cheaper. But I just ate before I left the ship so that I wouldn't have to worry about eating right away. And then if there was something I 100% wanted to try, I would have tried that. But I lived in Vancouver and I lived in Montreal. So I lived in Canada and I know how Canadian food tastes. It's not anything special. So I wasn't like looking forward to having anything. What I will say about the Empress Hotel, which I found out when I was there, they actually have this thing called sip and bites. So at the hotel at night, because I know some ships get to the port at night, starting from 8 p.m., maybe until 1 a.m. on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, I believe, they have that option for you guys to go to the hotel so you can still go and visit the hotel, and then you can eat and drink while you're there. So they have some little special thing there on the nights, on the weekends for people who get to the port at night and you're trying to figure out what to do. The hop on, hop off bus does not run all night. So if you get there after, I believe, 6 o'clock or 7, I think it was 6, you won't be able to take this bus. But there is also an option to book the hop on, hop off bus tour for a half a day for half the price, which I could have done because it really only took me like 2 hours to go around. You can book that for half price. And again, with the exchange rate, you'll save even more money. And I believe that one is for a 4-hour time frame. So you can check online. You have to book that online because when I went to the stand, they said they don't sell those options. They're sold only through third-party sites. So that way you can actually book it online and have it already. And then you can hop on the bus right from the cruise port once you find out from someone on land what time the bus will stop at the cruise port. You can also probably check online the schedule to see what time. They do have a new rotating bus schedule. I want to say the bus was coming at like 12 minutes after the hour. It was either 12 or 20, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember. So just check it out. Now, Fisherman's Wharf, where we currently are. Again, this was just walking around the wharf, and I'm sure this wharf has things going on at night, especially because they have all the restaurants. I'm not sure if they have things going on late into the night, but maybe on the weekends it's a nice spot. And also, I'm not sure if the water taxi runs late at night because it was actually really cool to take the water taxi over from Fisherman's Wharf to Victoria, and the water taxi will take you directly to where you want to go, but it makes several stops. And since I was by myself, there was a group of people going to Chinatown, so I actually got to take a longer ride on the boat, which was pretty cool for the same price because they went to drop all the people off at Chinatown first and then they dropped me off. So I got to go kind of 2 routes, which was pretty cool because the rate is per stop. So wherever you're going, I think it's $15, but that's like only to that stop. So I got to go 2 places while I was in the water. And you guys will see you're really in the water. Like the water is like right there when you're on the water taxi. I will post a separate video just of my water taxi ride. So if you guys only want to see that, you can. I will be posting that because the water taxi was so cute and so cool. I just had to do it. Like that was just something when I saw it. I was like, I have to do this. Like it's so cute. That's all for that. And then I did do a little bit of walking around before I went onto the hop on hop off bus because I had to wait for the next bus, which was like a 40-minute wait. So that's the thing about the hop on hop off bus. I stayed on the bus the whole time. I didn't get off. I stayed on and let it go around the whole town. And then on the second go around, I got off at the stop that's right in front of the cruise port. So that's how I chose to do that. I just went around once, and that took maybe an hour and a half. And then I went around the second time. And this time, when they got to the cruise port, I got off. That way I didn't have to worry about getting back to the cruise port. I did not want to walk around that much. I enjoyed sitting at the front of the bus and looking at all of the places. So I will suggest, if you can get the first two seats in the front on the top deck, that, like, there were people sitting there when I first got on the bus, but as soon as they got off, I took those seats, and it was like, that was the best view. It is nice to take pictures and everything from other views, especially on the open top bus, but I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to see everything. I wasn't really concerned about taking a bunch of pictures. So I did take some pictures, but you can also go around the first time, see everything. And then on your second round, you can sit on the back of the bus where they have the open top, and then you can take your pictures that time. That might be a good way to do it. So you can go around two times and you can take pictures, and you don't have to worry about getting off the bus and then waiting for the next bus and spending your time waiting for the bus. So basically, I didn't hop off. I stayed on and I just went around, and I enjoyed that. So it wasn't even bad. I feel like I was able to see a lot. And since I took the walk from the cruise port to the Fisherman's Wharf, and then the water taxi to the Empress Hotel, and then walked around the Empress Hotel before I hopped on the bus, I felt like I had a good enough walk around without having to hop off of the bus all day. But I will say, some of the stops that they mentioned on the hop off bus tour they did sound pretty interesting, and I kind of maybe wanted to get off, but I just didn't want to get off and then have to wait a whole nother like 40 minutes for the next bus. Although it might have taken me that amount of time to walk to the site, look around, and then hop back on. I just wanted to only spend limited amount of time on the island. I didn't want to spend like a whole day off, especially because Izzy was not going to walk around for a whole day. But this is how I chose to see the island, and it was actually a very good day. So I hope this video is helpful. If you guys have any questions, be sure to let me know. I will, as I said, all of the other videos are already posted on my cruising playlist. Just look for Victoria BC in the title. And I hope you guys like this video. If you do, be sure to thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. And leave any questions in the comment section. I might be able to find some more information. So if I do, I can respond as far as the hop on, hop off bus, and then the cruise port the port tour options, and anything else that I did while I was there.